Minecraft is about to be 10 years old, and it's still getting new updates to keep the game fresh. A lot has changed since its release back in 2009, but even as the updates come and go, it is still the same creative and blocky game that we've all come to know and love. Or is it? Not everyone is super content with the updates to the game. Some people aren't happy about the direction that the game is going in general. The main criticism that I hear is that the game's simplicity is being tarnished by unnecessary filler content that doesn't actually add anything to the overall experience. Basically, this argument is based on the fact that older versions of the game were much smaller in scope and a bit easier to pick up and understand. It seems that nowadays there's too many mobs that don't really do anything unique or interesting, and new items that seem appallingly useless. In other words, the people who stand by this sentiment argue that less is more. However, I think this state of mind is kinda pessimistic and based mostly on nostalgia for how things used to be. You see, it's true that the best part of Minecraft is not really knowing how to play, and so anything the game can do to add some more of that mystery and adventure for older players seems perfectly welcome to me. And personally, I have no issues with adding a variety of mobs to help spice up the world, even if it doesn't necessarily change the gameplay in any way. I can't help but see anyone who really opposes these minor changes as someone who really wouldn't be happy with any sort of change. The thing is, Minecraft has to keep being updated if Mojang and Microsoft want to keep their game relevant. Don't get me wrong, the game is hardly close to going away. I could honestly see this game still having a massive player count even in like the next 15 years, but truth be told, updates do bring your players coming back. They give the player another reason to keep on playing the game, and despite, the cynical businessy point of view, I think that Minecraft's updates are in a relatively healthy state and are relatively harmless to the game. Me and my friends recently started up a new survival world after not having played the game for several years, and when I found out that I could tame a bird and keep it as a pet, I felt like a kid again. It didn't change the way I mined or crafted, but it was something fun to discover, and I have a hard time believing that that was a negative change. In fact, I'm having a hard time coming up with a change that I thought was just really terrible. I really don't know if there is one. You know what? You can go adding all new animals to my game. That's fine. You can add some new blocks here and there. It's all cool. But why? Just why, after years and years of being in the game, would you go and change a core mechanic to be this shitty? It just doesn't make any sense. I guess the geniuses that developed this update thought, it's a little bit too simple to just click at the things you want dead, so how about you click at things, but now you have to wait to click again. Fuck you. Killing mobs used to be so fast, invigorating, and fun, and now it's just a fucking chore. So, yeah, it's not all great. But, to be honest, even though I think certain things should be one way or the other, I don't really have much of a problem with most things that Mojang chooses to implement. If anything, some of the more recent updates have made it a lot easier for the community to develop their own projects, all types of new maps and game modes. Minecraft is a game built for creativity, and in a way, the fact that we're still getting updates to modernize the game helps to spread that creativity to a wider audience. Not everyone is going to agree with all the changes that are made, but despite that, and any criticism that I have myself, well, I'd like to just give a big thanks to Mojang for keeping up with this game. It's been a long 10 years, and I wish Mojang another great 10 years for the future. But seriously, fuck 1.9.